Oh, is that not the latest Yoba girlfriend is carrying? Sharon asked, her eyes narrowing with envy. It is, Busola replied with scoff. Don't mind her. She thinks she's better than us now. But let's see how long she can keep up this act. Their voices, laced with jealousy, reached Adeshawa's ears like dagger. She felt the sting of their judgment, but kept her head high, refusing to show any sign of weakness. Their words were harsh, but also a reminder that a carefully constructed world could crumble at any moment. Adesewa Adeyemi, a name that has come to represent both ambition and betrayal. To the world, she was the epitome of success, a woman who had climbed from the bustling streets of Osun State to the glittering heights of Lekki. But behind the designer labels and luxury cars, behind the polished smile and expensive makeup, was a story of longing, sacrifice, and the thirst for more. Adeshawa was born into a modest family in a small village in Osun. Her father was a civil servant, a proud man who had always emphasized the importance of education. Her mother, a hard-working market woman, juggled taking care of 4 children and running a small business. Growing up, Adeshawa was the pride of her family. She was intelligent, determined, and also beautiful. And like many other girls from her village, she dreamt of a better life, not just for herself, but for her family as well. Her father would often say, Adeshawa omo mi, education is your key to freedom. Those words echoed in her mind, and she worked harder than anyone else in her class. She was always at the top, winning scholarships and awards, which brought hope to her family. But despite their pride, the Adeyemis knew they couldn't afford much. Even with Adeshawa's academic brilliance, there were limits. The dream of luxurious life seemed so far away until the day she left for university. Adeshawa's entry into university was a turning point. She was no longer the village girl. She was now in a world where she could taste the promise of success. It was there, in the bustling city of Lagos, that she met Chike, a young kind-hearted accountant from a similar background. They connected instantly. Their love was simple at first, built on mutual dreams, shared struggles, and hope for a better future. Chike adored her, and Adeshawa thought she had found a man who would stand by her side through everything. Together they dreamt of a better life. After graduation, Adeshawa and Chike celebrated their union in a modest wedding ceremony. It was a joyful affair indeed, filled with the love and hopes of two young people who believed they could conquer anything together. Soon after, they relocated and settled in Surulere, a bustling but middle-class part of Lagos. Life seems full of promise, but as time went on, reality kept in. Surulere wasn't the dream she had hoped for, far from the lavish lifestyle she admired online. Still, they tried to build a life, holding onto their love and dreams they shared. But for Adeshawa, those dreams began to change, becoming more focused on the allure of luxury and wealth she saw others flaunting. Her love for Chike was real, but so was her desire for luxury. And slowly, that desire began to overshadow everything else. It all began at a wedding, one that would change everything. Adeshawa attended the wedding of a wealthy couple in Victoria Island, Lagos, where she reunited with an old friend from the university, Chinyere. Chinyere was stunning. Every inch of her screamed wealth and sophistication. From her sleek BMW to the diamonds that adorned her fingers, she exuded the very life Adeshawa had been craving. Over cocktails and laughter, Adeshawa couldn't resist asking the question, "My friend, how are you doing it?" Chinyere smiled. "I will tell you a secret, Shewa," she began. "There are men out there who are looking for girls like us, young, beautiful, and ambitious. You don't have to do too much. Just be their companion, and they will give you everything you've ever wanted." It was tempting. Adeshawa hesitated. She had Chike, the man who had been by her side for years. But as weeks turned into months, and the satisfaction grew, Chike said his job wasn't enough. Their tiny apartment in Surulere felt so suffocating, and the bills kept piling up. Adeshewa firmly rejected what Shinyere suggested, insisting that she had a husband and they were building a life together. Yet, the seed of doubt began to take root when she received an invitation to their upcoming school reunion. A wave of nostalgia washed over her. She couldn't shake the feeling of missing out on the glamorous lives her classmates seemed to be living. Unable to attend the reunion, she found herself returning back to Shinri, hoping to reconnect. With a blend of reluctance and curiosity, she asked Shinri to introduce her to the athlete men she had mentioned at the party, thinking perhaps it might open a new door for her, one that could lead to the lifestyle she so desperately craved. Shiere saw how frustrated Adeshawa was becoming with her situation, so she decided to help. She invited Adeshawa to a fancy event, even buying her new clothes, shoes, and bag to make sure she looked the part. At the event, Shiere introduced her to Chief Bamidele, a wealthy oil tycoon. Adeshawa was instantly drawn to him. He was confident, well dressed, and commanded attention wherever he went. But what really got to Adeshawa was the way he showered her with compliments and made her feel so special. He offered her everything she had been dreaming of: luxury, excitement, and the life she had always wanted. At first, it was just a dinner, but that night, when he handed her an envelope filled with 500,000 naira, Adeshawa's resolve wavered. "Buy yourself something nice," Chief Bamidele said, smiling. It was the beginning of her double life. By day, she was a dutiful wife to Chike. By night, she was living the life of luxury, dining at exclusive restaurants, wearing designer clothes, and traveling to exotic destinations with Chief. She justified it to herself, telling herself that she was helping her family. After all, she was sending money home to her parents and also helping Shike sort the home bills. As the month passed, the lie became harder to maintain. Shike noticed a growing distance. He worked long hours, coming home to an empty apartment, his calls often going unanswered. One night, when Adeshewa didn't come home for 2 days, Shike confronted her. "Shewa, what is going on? You've changed. You're not the same person I married." Adeshewa's eyes cold and her voice sharp pushed him away. "I have something important to deal with," she replied, a bit of anger in her tone. "You wouldn't begin to understand the challenges I'm facing right now." Her words hung in the air, heavy with unspoken emotions, as she turned back to him. Chike couldn't recognize the woman standing in front of him. The sweet, loving girl he had married was gone, replaced by someone he no longer knew. As her relationship with Chief Bamidele flourished, Adeshewa grew bolder. She wasn't just seeing Chief anymore, she was juggling other powerful men who showered her with gifts, cars, and jewelry. She became an expert at playing the game, always making sure to keep her blessers in dark about one another. Her new life became addictive, intoxicating, and soon she lost herself in the luxury. But with luxury came competition. Lagos was full with women like Adeshewa, beautiful, ambitious, and hungry for wealth. The circles she moved in were cutthroat. Gossip and jealousy surrounded her, and the pressure of staying at the top was overwhelming. At one point, she overheard two women at the party whispering about her. "She thinks she's better than us," one of them said. "Let's see how long she lasts." Adeshewa knew she was walking on a thin ice, but she didn't care. She was far too gone, too consumed by the lifestyle to turn back. Then came the confrontation. One evening, Chike, who had been holding back his frustration for too long, finally exploded. "Is this how you will repay me?" he yelled, his voice filled with hurt and anger. "After everything we've been through together, Shewa, what kind of wife are you?" Adeshewa felt a chill run down her spine as she stood there frozen. Her heart raced, but deep down, she already knew their marriage was over. She had made her choice long ago, and there was no turning back now. Adeshewa made up her mind and began to leave the house. As she began to pack her bags, each item felt heavier than the last. a reminder of the life she was leaving behind. With each step towards the door, she felt a mix of sadness and relief. She returned to Chike one last time, his face a mix of disbelief and pain. "I can't do this anymore, Chike," she said softly, her voice breaking. And with that, she walked out of the apartment for the final time, not daring to look back. Chike's voice echoed in the empty room, filled with sorrow and desperation. But Adeshewa had already left. She had already left emotionally, mentally, and now she finally packed her bags and left physically. The weight of her decision hung in the air, and she felt both free and lost. Adeshewa had it all: money, power, men. But at what cost? She had sacrificed everything she once held dear: her marriage, her value, and her very own soul. The life she had chased for so long now felt so hollow. The parties, the men, the luxury, it was all meaningless. She was alone, isolated, and yet she kept pushing forward. A final challenge came when she met a powerful politician who offered her a new world, one filled with even more danger, deceit, and consequences she couldn't foresee. Adeshewa's rise to the top had been fast and furious, but success always comes at a price. As she looked out from her luxurious apartment in Lekki, she wondered, was it all worth it? In the end, Adesewa Adeyemi had become a blessed girl, but at what cost? This was only the beginning of her journey, a journey filled with darkness, ambition, and the haunting question of what it really means to be blessed. As we reach the end of Adeshewa's journey for now, remember that this is just the beginning of the story, filled with choices, consequences, betrayal, and unexpected turns. If you want to find out what happens next in our next life, make sure to subscribe and stay tuned for part 2. Trust me, you won't want to miss what unfolds. Thank you for joining us. See you next time. Ninja Life Story, bringing life to every tales. Bye!